Hello, my amazing art students. Dell here, and I'm welcoming you to our first day of art class, the online edition. As I'm sure you're aware from the something like 9,387 emails that NAU has sent out over the last week, we will be finishing the semester remotely. And as I myself said in one of my emails, this might seem extreme to those of us in a lower risk group, but it is one way that we can minimize how many people are hurt by the coronavirus and how long it affects all of us. I know that a lot of people are worried right now, both about education at NAU and about life stuff in general. So I just want to say a word about the life stuff. I mean, it's tough all around. Some people are concerned about keeping their job, about money. I know that a lot of us are concerned about loved ones, particularly if we can't see them in person. Um, Everything's closed, and social isolation could be boring or lonely or frustrating. I know for myself, I've felt super restless at times last week because everything seems to be up in the air. But despite how scary some of the things are that happening, I truly believe that we are going to come out the other side of this and be just fine. And in the meantime, I want to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. I think I said it before, but eat well, exercise, get outside, do some things that you really like, connect with friends and family via virtual means. If you're having problems with money or food supply or housing, mental wellness, any of those sorts of things, there are resources both at NAU and in the outside world that can help you. And if you connect to us via student services or your advisor or your teachers, we will all try to help you get to the information that you need. So please reach out. All right, all that said, one thing that I hope that I can perhaps do to ease the internal wooginess that you might be feeling right now is to make the school part of things as smooth as possible. I spent most of spring break working on an updated schedule, revised projects, new instructional materials, all that sort of goodness. Things that will work online and won't require a ton of expensive and specialized equipment that your average person doesn't necessarily have lying around their living room. This is not going to be exactly the same experience that our in-person class was. However, I'm actually pretty excited because we're going to get a chance to learn some things that we normally don't in a regular semester. For example, we're going to get to play with some super cool digital art making techniques. Now, to allow you to get a handle on what's going to be shiny and new with this course, I've posted a written breakdown of the main changes to the class policies and schedule. You can find this under Syllabus and Policies on your course page in BB Learn. It's in the left menu. Definitely read it so you know what to expect, and definitely ask questions if you have them. That's the big picture, and I know some of you are probably saying, okay, great, but how the jolly heck will class actually work online? It's a studio art class after all. Well, every Monday, starting today, I will put a post under homework in the left menu of your course page of BB Learn. This post will contain a combination of learning materials like video demos, readings, art tasks that you can get hands-on practice with, project guidelines, and step-by-step progress checks. You can complete this task list in any order, but it is arranged to make sense when worked from top to bottom. One nice thing about this way of having class is that you do not have to worry about attending at a certain time. You can get online when it's good for you, work on the list, and just check off all the items by the end of the week, aka Sunday at 11:59, and you are good. Now, your grade for the remainder of the course will be based on assignments and projects you are asked to submit from your task list. Everything will be clearly labeled, and you will turn pretty much all of it in on BB Learn. For example, each week, two of the tasks will be labeled with the notation A/P, which stands for attendance and participation, and these tasks will take the place of getting points for those things in person. I mean, sorry all, I know that you were really in love with those daily self-portraits on index cards, but unfortunately that won't work so well online. So this is our new way of doing things. It is important to note that in order to participate in the content that I've planned for the class from here on out, you will need a desktop or a laptop computer and an internet connection. You're also going to need to be able to download some programs, which will become the art materials for a few of the things that we're going to be doing. Everything that I ask you to download is free, and it's also from a reputable source, so you don't need to worry about that. If you do not have access to a computer or internet connection, or if you're unable to download things, please contact me as soon as possible so I can work with you to develop alternative assignments. This should be a last resort because it is extra effort and it kind of separates you from what the other people in class are doing, but that possibility does exist if you need it. So that's how it all works. If you have questions about the everything of it all, homework, learning materials, task lists, how to upload your assignments, anything, please, 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 with antiviral medication on top, contact me. You can reach out via email, through BB Learn messaging. I'm also going to have virtual office hours. I mean, technically, nobody should ever have to meet in my teeny tiny, messy hoarder's den of an office on campus, but definitely you shouldn't have to do it during a pandemic. So, to take the place of in person office hours, I'm now going to host them twice a week via Zoom, which is an online conferencing app. Every Monday and every Friday from 3 to 4 p.m., I will log on a meeting. The instructions for joining that meeting are on BB Learn in the left menu under Syllabus and Policies. You can drop in to ask questions, just to chat, to vent, to see another human face, whatever you need right now. These are group meetings, so there might be multiple people in the Zoom window at once. If you do want to talk to me one-on-one, just email and let me know, and I can set up a private meeting for you pretty much anytime. One more practical thing that I want to share with you, and that is that most of you do still have physical work at school because, I mean, who knew, right? I'm in Montana still right now, but I will hopefully be returning to Flagstaff on Tuesday evening. And on Wednesday, I will try to work on getting everything packed up, particularly for drawing and two-dimensional design folks. I will leave your stuff outside my office beginning on Friday morning. It's Performing in Fine Arts number 304. And if you're in Flagstaff, I would strongly encourage you to come by and pick it up sooner rather than later. If you've decided not to return to Flagstaff, that's totally okay. Just let me know and I'll store your stuff until such time that you can come pick it up. I'm also going to leave a bin with a few art materials in it for drawing two rather, and for two-dimensional design. So for the first few projects, especially if you don't have paints or pastels, they'll be available for you and everything will be clearly labeled. As far as sculpture goes, as long as campus is open, we are planning to have some open work hours for you all. Myself and the other sculpture teachers have not figured out exactly when those are going to be, but as soon as I know, I will post them for you on BB Learn so that you know when you can come in either to finish your work or just to pick up your work. All right, enough of my talking head. Before I go and before you gallivant off to Syllabus and Policies to check out your new course schedule or to homework to see what your task list is for the week, I just want to reinforce something that I said in an email, and that is try to be patient at this time, both with the process and with yourself. I know that on the NAU end, on my end, there are probably going to be glitches and delays. I've already experienced that a little bit because pretty much everything I intended to do over spring break, everything, and that includes updating grades and records and things like that, it all got tossed out the window because the decree came down that, hey, you have to be ready to teach online in a week. Best vacation ever is all I can say. Now, for you all, I know you weren't expecting to take an online art class, and so I'm going to be understanding of issues that arise on your end. Just let me know what's going on. I will do whatever I can to help you succeed. This sounds super corny, but I honestly believe that together we've got this. All right, take care, everybody, and I will be in touch soon. Bye.